I went to America in 1969. I was into music like a lot of kids my age. I was 20. I'd grown up with the Stones and the Who and everything, but it was the music of the Beach Boys that was really getting to me. And I wanted to go to America and discover the Beach Boys and this whole scene of blonde women on beaches and that lovely sounding music. I never found the Beach Boys properly. I never found the blonde women, but I did find some great music. The Stones concert was announced. It was the end of their tour. They were going to give a free concert, and we all thought it was going to be in Golden Gate Park. But right at the last minute, it was announced on the radio, "Hey guys, the concert's been moved out to Altamont." We hiked out, and it was a long way out, 60 miles. And the amount of people was just frightening. There was 300,000 people, and it wasn't ready. They didn't have toilets for it. They didn't have food for it. The stage was only a foot high. But we were, in seventh heaven. Here's the Stones giving a free concert. It started off pretty well during the day. Crosby, Stills and Nash, the Flying Burrito Brothers, that was going well. And then Jefferson Airplane came on, and there was lots of trouble with Marty from Jefferson Airplane. He got punched out, and then you could just tell it was going to turn very sour. The Hells Angels were on a bus just off the stage on the right as I came down. And I never liked those guys in the good days, let alone these bad days or the tough days. And Jagger thought he was doing something really cool by hiring the hardest people in California. But unlike London, where he'd hired them at Hyde Park, they were just weekend angels, softies really. These guys were the real bee's knees. We're in the middle of 300,000 people, no real policing, no real segregation of the crowd from some of the pictures that even I've looked at on my own film. You can see how close I got. I was about 3 people away from the stage, and you get stars mixing with fans, and it's amazing that more people didn't get killed. Well, Jagger's great idea. Don't forget he was into Sympathy for the Devil at that time. It was very sort of all that sort of heavy satanic stuff. And he wanted to come on when it was dark and moody and tough. And I waited and waited. Of course, Jagger does arrive in the pitch black, and he's got this one light on him, and they killed all the lights all around the edge of the stage to make it look even more, Satan has landed. And he goes straight into his songs about the devil and everything. And it all kicks off again. And I think the Angels were spotted somebody else, that they wanted to get at. And then there were stories, I don't know if this was ever true, but there were stories that somebody had a gun, somebody had a knife and wanted to get Jagger, and they were waiting. And it kicked off, and I did run. I was 20 years of age. I had 2 cameras around my neck. I had a movie camera. I had a stills camera. I wasn't a hard-nosed journalist. Maybe 20 years later, I would have stuck around and seen it out if I'd have been there for the Observer, for the paper rather than for myself. But I was scared. I ran. I ran like a lot of others. If Woodstock was the dream, ours was the nightmare. And it took us days to get away from that place and days to clear it up.